Hey, welcome to Stack Manager. This time we'll deploy a Node.js application, a API application that uses Postgre database from the cloud. I manage Postgres in Oracle OCI, and the connection string for Postgre is stored in OCI Vault, and we'll use the Vault reader to get the connection string from the vault to the app. And let's see how that goes. Um, so I have my empty Stack Manager environment here. I have the DB system running. It's called Cars API because the API is about cars. And then the connection string, including the connection details and username and password, is stored in the OCI Vault as PG URL. And let's look at the code that's here. So the Cars API Node.js app is here. It's very simple. But let's have a look at that first. So basically, there's the API endpoints like /cars, and that will select the cars from the database. And for that select, we need the connection pool. So it does pool query and then the select. So before running that, it checks if the pool exists. And if the pool doesn't yet exist, it creates the pool. And then the create pool is here. And for the pool creation, we need the connection string that is stored in the vault. So the vault reader sidecar will place it to the volume, a shared volume, where this Node.js app can read it and create the connection. So that is in under config file path, and that config file is a fixed or a static path to the secret file, including the connection string. Okay, so in this container, this file doesn't exist. So it tries to read the file, but in this container, it doesn't exist. So the Vault reader will get it and place it to the volume where this can be read. Okay, hope that's clear enough. So let's see how that goes. Okay, so first let's configure as usual the app. So let's put Cars API and then choose the compartment again, and then the private subnet for the containers to run. The database is in the private subnet as well as the vault is in the private subnet. And they are not published outside vault. Or the vault actually lives in, I think it lives in the service network. But anyways, their database at least is not public to outside world. It's in the private subnet. So that's configured. And at the gateway, let's put Stack Manager test. And then let's add the volume for the secret. So let's put secrets. Sorry, that's the path. So let's just like see PG secret, and the path is something like, yeah, it's /secrets because that's where the application is trying to read it, /secrets. Okay. Then the port for Node.js app, it's typically 3000. We can put like this. And then let's create the container, cars API. And then the image from my private registry is this. And then the port and the volume. And we don't need any definition here because it is a static path to the secret. And then let's add the sidecar to pull the container. So let's add the volume slash secrets. And we have it configured here. Connection to txt. So I don't have to change this. This is a default example. But what I have to put here is the OCID of the vault. So this is the vault secret OCID. I'm gonna put it here. Okay, save. So what we have? We have the containers, the shared volume slash secrets, and this is where the vault reader will place the secret once it's read from the vault. So now we can try full deploy. And stacks get creating. Yeah, cars API starts running. Once it gets executed, the container will start creating. Let's wait for a second. Okay, let's see if it's already in execution. Yeah, the cars API container is creating. So what we'll have here is the cars API and the vault reader. So it takes a while to boot up. Yeah. Okay, and when that's done, it will update the gateway. Oh, yeah, one thing, of course, again, the gateway routes. I think we have still time to do that. So the routes, okay, let's put that here, validate. Yeah, it's okay. So what we have in the routes is the API URL in port 3000 under /API, but we also have the Swagger documentation under docs in port 3000. So we'll map that /docs. So this is /API, this is /docs, and then we also, yeah, sorry, it's not here. We can also add the default backend stock response when going to the root of the gateway. It will make a redirect to /docs. So let's add that to there. Okay, so hopefully I didn't do any mistake here. Yeah, okay, validate. It's still okay, save. Okay, never mind. This full deploy didn't update the gateway, but let's do it again. And then it updates also the gateway. This is still like empty because we didn't have the routes in place. So let's do a new deployment. Never mind. So we'll get another stack here. And the containers. Another deployment is coming up. Yeah, meanwhile it's doing, let's check the first deployment. So the vault reader logs. Yeah, it says the file was written and it was, yeah, file was retrieved from the vault and written to /secrets connection txt. And the API container. Well, it's not really doing yet anything because we haven't called it. But we can do that once the gateway updates. So second deployment has done or has been done. And we're finalizing that succeeded. And now it's updating the gateway with the routes. And then we can test it. The routes only affected the API gateway deployment, so it doesn't affect really these deployments in the container instances. Since we have two deployments, the first one is now going to inactive state because we don't need that. So let's test the stack manager. Okay, great. So this is the Spiker dog under dogs, and we had to redirect from the root to this. And then we can try out the cars API, execute. Oh, wow, yeah, we got the data from the database. We can search also for a single car with ID. Yeah, we got something like BMW here. Okay, that seems to work fine. Then let's go to the active container deployment and see the log for the cars API this time. So yeah, it says pool was created and this is the connection string to the private Postgre database. Excellent. So everything is working. Thank you for watching.